Your car down, bro. Your car, man.
Hold on, what is...
Oh,
yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely not. Chases it? Oh, yeah, absolutely not.
And this is a stranger. I would pick turning somebody into a lamp over eating them any day.
Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Which one comes first? A nice lamp or food?
Did you just pull out the hierarchy of needs?
Yeah, dude, you're goddamn right I did.
Putting a girl on top. I don't know why, but I can control it a little bit better.
If she's on top.
Yeah.
I feel like you're doing it wrong. Show
Show you?
Send me some highlights. Yeah.
Yo. The f***? Guys, welcome back to the last drop. We got Jacob here again. He's subbing in for Zemi while Zemi is in Europe, but this should be the last week. Guys, we got a really interesting episode for you guys. There's a TikTok prankster who almost gets shot while doing a prank. I have some old videos of Jacob and I from college, as well as I want to dive into some stories. There's a great one about me making Jacob puke behind a bus.
Yep. Not making me.
No, I kind of made you. Finally, we have a New York Post article called "Man Passes Out with 9 Rings, Strangling Penis and Scrotum."
Oh, hell yes.
So we got a lot of good one, guys. Make sure to like the video, subscribe. Oh, I also had, let me pull it up really quick. If you're brand new here, you're like, these guys sound like a bunch of virgins. Don't get it wrong. We are.
Correct.
But we have a lot of people who listen to us and they enjoy our podcast. We had somebody Jacob write in, not this Jacob.
I was going to say, most certainly did not.
He spells his name with a C, not a K, because he's not a fucking loser.
Oh, so he spells it wrong.
Shut up, dude.
Okay.
Jacob spells his name with a K. Jakob.
Yeah, it's the Jewish version of the word. I am not Jewish.
That makes it... Are you appropriating their culture? Cancel him.
God, man.
Cancel him.
Maybe my mom was. I don't know.
Jacob writes in, "Hey, little PP boys, y'all are absolutely hilarious and make some great stuff. My girlfriend actually recommended me to y'all, and it was totally worth the listen. So whoever your girlfriend is, appreciate you. Keep spreading the word. Send the podcast to some people. If you've been listening for a really long time, would love a review, whether that's on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. It helps boost us in the algorithm. And if you're new here, strap in. This is going to be a interesting episode.
Very interesting. And then next week, I won't be here. So
Who knows?
don't get too used to
knows?
me. Who knows? Maybe maybe if you guys like me enough, we'll just cut Zemi all together. Like, sup, I'm new Zemi.
Nah, bro, I fucking love it. I think it would be fun if we did all three of us.
Oh, that would be fun.
That would be really fun. Maybe we could do something like that. Who knows? So this video, I found it on Reddit. Let's watch this. I have this whole thing around like, do you enjoy prank videos?
If the prank is good.
What's a good prank though?
I came across this one this morning, actually. It's like that old, I think it was David Dobrik, where he convinces that kid that he turned invisible. Did you not seen this?
I don't think so. No.
I think I want to say it's David Dobrik. I could be wrong. But they put a sheet over him and then they pulled the sheet off and everybody in the room freaks out like they can't see him anymore. And the kid is like gets visibly distraught. And that is hilarious.
Oh, is this the kid? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I have seen this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's like visibly distraught and he's like, bring me back. Like, that's so funny. Or like the ones where like it's super high quality and they'll like get someone who's like a double amputee and dress him up as like a zombie and he'll just like crawl at people. Those are so funny.
So this one, it's really interesting because I think the concept of those are almost a little of the same as the one that you're about to see. Well, but also different. Let's watch this and then because I want to talk about it. I think some of these prank channels and prank TikTokers are going way too far.
Yeah, sometimes they go way too far. I don't disagree.
Come on, man. Burning your car down, bro. Fuck your car, man.
Hold on, what is...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Dude, no.
Why you want to do it?
And then...
Chases it? Oh, yeah, absolutely not.
And this is a stranger. This is a complete stranger.
Yeah. You said he gets shot, right?
Or...
Was he? Oh, yeah, he's got a gun. Oh.
Yep.
That is not
Wait,
the type.
just listen to him. Just listen to him.
Or you're one dead son of a bitch. You stay out of this. Yeah, I don't want to do that. You almost died, you stupid son of a bitch. Fuck you, pussy.
Fuck you, pussy. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Like, are you kidding me? So for audio listeners, he is pouring from a gasoline thing, one of those red gasoline jugs. He's pouring water on their car and being like, I'm going to burn down your whatever. And then at one point he like chases after a guy and like tries to pretend he's going to pour it on them.
Yeah.
Strangers. Complete strangers. And then he goes up to a truck, like a Ford F-150. I have a tiny dick truck.
Yep.
But it does it, and the guy pulls out a gun.
Yeah, it's also like, it's not like a younger guy who is buying, like, has an F-150 because he has a tiny dick. It's like an old white man. It's like with
a guy
a white beard.
That guy was around while segregation was still a thing.
Absolutely, it was. Yep.
No doubt in my mind he has some fucking guns and might have killed somebody.
Yeah, good on him for not shooting immediately, because I'm trying to put my words in the correct order here because I'm so flustered by that video, because I would be in a rage. I'd be like, what the fuck
if
are
someone
you doing?
did that to me, I would full on, I don't give a fuck, start beating some ass.
Yeah. If I didn't have a gun, I'm throwing hands.
I'm taking the closest weapon in my vicinity.
My sword.
Your sword, or like, I don't know, anything in my car that I can use as a weapon. I am fucking your shit up. I'm going to go find your car. I'm going to find the guy who's filming or the car. I'm going to fucking bash that shit in.
Yeah.
That is too far.
That's too far.
So here's the thing with David Dobrik's prank. Like, like the zombie thing is a little unrealistic. The invisible thing, unrealistic. But also those are his friends.
Right, exactly. And the zombie one, it's so unrealistic that it is like, it's obviously fake. Well, like in the moment, you're like, oh, no way. But like, it would be funny to laugh about it in the hindsight. Whereas this one, I would be legitimately afraid for my car and my own safety and life.
The prank is putting someone else's life in jeopardy.
Yeah.
How is that a prank?
That's not...
I hate that.
That's so... Yeah, when you said he almost got shot, I thought, like, dude pop shots.
How much of a fucking loser do you have to be like, oh, I need views. Let me pretend to put someone's life in danger. Let me make someone scared of their life.
And he fucking doubled down. At the end, he was like, the guy was like, you almost lost your life today doing something stupid. And the guy that was pretending to pour gasoline on chirps back at the old white guy who was armed and called him a fucking pussy.
I wish that guy would have just shot him.
Yeah.
Like, that is one of those kids. Hot take.
All kids.
There are some people in this world that needed to be bullied. 100%. I can count so many people in my life that I've met where I'm like, if you just got, and I'm not talking like bullied to the point where they want to
unalive.
Yeah, unalive. I'm talking bullied just like, hey, yo, just once. Put them in a locker.
Yeah.
Let them marinate for 5 minutes and put them in their place and just be like, understand where you belong. And this is coming from somebody who has been put in that place.
Yeah.
I played on an older hockey team. I've told this story before on the podcast, so I won't get into it. I was on a hockey team playing with older kids. I thought I was the shit. I was being a little shit, and one guy put me in my place. And at the time, I was mad upset, and now I look back at that and I say,
you're like,
holy fuck, thank you.
I needed that.
I did. I needed a reality check because I thought I was so cool. I was the younger kid playing with all the older guys.
Yeah. You thought you were the man.
The man.
But no.
I was not the man.
You were the boy.
I was the boy that needed to be put in his place. And I think there are a lot of people in this world that need to be put in their place.
I don't disagree, but you did say something that kind of distracted me. You said put in a locker. Have you ever been put in a locker?
I have not. But that's like the most...
stereotypical.
Not only stereotypical, I think that's something where if somebody was put in a locker...
Oh, I've been in
as
a locker.
long as it's not longer than like 30 minutes or...
honestly, 30 minutes? Holy shit, dude.
5 minutes, 10 minutes.
I was in a locker once, and I was in there for like maybe 30 seconds, and I was like, fuck this. Because I got in as a joke. I was going to say. I didn't get like shoved into a locker. Everyone would have died.
The locker thing is the thing where I'm... Swirlies...
Gross.
I don't agree with that. I think that's gross.
I've never heard of that actually happening in my life. That's
but
gross.
at like public schools in Arizona.
In Iowa, I guess
those
just
aren't cyberbullying. I'm even not a fan of, but just like,
that
yo,
happens.
man, you're being a piece of shit. I'm going to put you in this locker for 5 minutes to like
to marinate.
Think about what you did.
Yeah.
It's almost like time out in a confined space. You don't have to agree with me. Even just the way that I was just being a little shit in my hotel room, and one of the older guys just like got up out of bed and just fucking, bah! like murked my shit
Just
and
like
was like,
Charlie
shut
horsed
the
you?
fuck up. Yeah.
Yeah, that hurt. Yeah.
Couple times.
Yeah.
Bop, bop, bop. Shut the fuck up. Went back to bed. That was all I needed.
And you're like, okay.
And I look back at that moment that day and I still think, damn, I'm glad he did that.
You know what's funny? He probably doesn't remember that. at all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, 100%. And it wasn't even, I don't even really know if you can classify that as
Not even.
bullying.
Maybe.
But just, I need to be put in my place. I think there are a lot of,
Yeah.
I always tell my mom, like, I went to a charter school where we wore uniforms and everything had to be like neat, tidy, whatever, which is great. But also, the haven, it's also a haven for kids that are little shits that would get absolutely shreked in public school.
Oh, yeah. Probably, yeah.
So the problem is we have all these kids that need to be shoved in lockers and we can barely tell them to fuck off. Like,
Yeah, because you also need to be shoved into a locker. Oh, God, thank God I didn't go to a charter school. Public school.
I go back and
Yes.
forth on it.
Really? Would you put your kid in? Like,
That is a great question.
Yeah.
I don't know yet.
That's
I
something you
think
have to worry about for a minute.
I also think it's going to be situational to the kid. I think, well, I was relatively adaptable. I still think I am. No matter what my situation is, I can thrive.
Yeah.
My education at the charter school was better. Socially,
Yeah.
didn't really develop into the human that I would have wanted to until I got to college. Which, I don't know, I go back and forth on. I pretty much figured it out by my freshman year, but I'm, once again, an adaptable kid.
Right. So
I'd
you
also
figured
been kind of exposed to that via my hockey team because it wasn't through the school. It was external
like
organization.
through a club or whatever. Yeah.
So I don't know. I think ideally I would love to reform the school system and like have my kid be a part of that. I think the school system's so. I mean, it's just stupid. Like yes, you should have foundations and be able to know how to do stuff and problem solve, but most of our schools don't.
No.
No, it's not I don't think it's a great area for kids. But I think if you know, gun to my head, you have to
Right now.
or just hey, with your experience, I wouldn't change that I went to a charter school,
Oh, okay. You
especially in Arizona where the schooling is so ass.
I was gonna say like Iowa has like a pretty high like education. At least they did when I was going through it. Like the amount of people that could read in Iowa was very high. I'm not a good example of that, but it was pretty high. And I went to like a very nice public school. You know, like there's some other public schools that weren't as nice, and so like I maybe have a skewed version of like what public school is. So,
Well, my parents had me do Kumon.
is that a drug?
I wish.
What the hell is Kumon?
Have you heard of Sylvan Learning Centers?
No.
Do they not have that? Is that not like a popular thing?
Dumb.
Fair.
So they may.
So, okay. At least in Arizona, there were always these pop-up tutoring centers. They all had their different variations of, hey, your kid's stupid as fuck. Send them here. We'll smarten them up. Kumon, to be honest, is the Japanese version.
Okay.
But it's very popular in America. It just has Japanese, or maybe it's not even Japanese, but just Asian. It's like an Asian company.
Okay.
And when it's my favorite thing to tell people. When I was younger, my mom thought I had autism. But not because I was kind of a little autistic.
You were just really into trains?
No. My older sister came out of the womb, and by the age of 2, she was reading books, speaking with adults, you know, learning way past her.
Older or younger sister?
Older. Before me.
Okay.
Before me. I'm the second, right?
It would have been funny if it was a younger sister and she just like lapped you.
Honestly, younger sister has kind of laughed at me in a lot of ways.
I
Older
make
sister
TikToks.
comes out and she's a fucking genius.
Okay.
I come out and I'm not dumb, but I'm not a genius. I'm like, oh, Legos, you know?
Yeah. Oh, Legos are cool.
Legos are dope.
Oh, you might be autistic.
So my mom had me tested and they were like, no. But they were just, and granted too, I wasn't, as I got older, I wasn't keeping up with my reading level. Or, I was kind of in the lower tiers of that. And
Same.
Not good at math. And so my mom found Kumon, which is basically what you do is you go there. They kind of like assess where you're at, and they have levels like A through like M.
Weird.
Of the
sure.
alphabet.
Okay.
But each level is like a different. So like A is just like, what's 1 + 1? What's 2 + 2? What's 3 + 2? Like all that. And then, the bottom one is like what you would be doing in
long
like
division?
calculus.
Yeah.
No. The bottom one would be like calculus 4.
Oh shit.
Yeah. But you go through the levels, and as you master, and I think that too plays into there are a lot of kids who a big part of their problem is they just can't be like, oh, 4 times 4 is 16. 6 times 4 is 24.
Yeah.
9 times 9 is 81. Like most kids can't do, like a lot of kids can't do that. And so that's what Kumon was great for, was you go there. Once they put you in a level, you get these packets for the week. And each day you have to do a certain amount of packets depending on what you decide is like your pace.
Sure.
Right? So it could be 5 pages a day. It could be 10 pages a day, whatever. But you do this. It's basically extra homework. And I fucking hated it. Hated it.
I bet.
But I look back at that and thank my mom, because I was a little shit. I was complaining. I was crying. My mom would just be like, shut up and do it. And like,
simply do it.
and I am so glad. I'm so glad she never gave in to, just if I just let them not do it, then they'll stop.
Yeah.
It was such a good, because I am so good at that stuff. I can read so well. I can do math so well. I can write so well. And it all goes back to my mom being like, I should put them in Kumon. Specifically me, but then it turned into like, well, if he's in it, I should probably put the other kids in it too. But my mom was like, you literally went from bottom like reading level by like the end of the year being in the top reading level. Because they honestly do a really good job at just being like, you just got to hammer this in.
Yeah.
Like until you know your times tables, you are not allowed to move up to the next one. Until you can read this well,
right,
and get it done in a certain amount of time, you're not moving on to the next level.
that adds.
That is what I'm going to put my kids in. Because
It was so beneficial for you now.
the foundation.
Oh, okay.
I also think I'm a very big like problem solver.
Mhm.
I think that's part of the reason why. I was given a problem and I came up with a solution. Not only that, but like also, I mean, I have all these stories about I was addicted to RuneScape, but I had to get my homework and my Kumon done before I could play RuneScape. So what would I do? I'd get up at 5
AM?
a.m. This was when I was in like 3rd or 4th grade. I'd get up at 5 a.m. so that I could do all my chores and my Kumon in the morning. I'd go to school, come home, wrap up my homework, go to like hockey practice, whatever I had for the day, come home, play video games all
yeah.
day, play RuneScape as long as my parents would let me. And then I'd do it again.
That's wild.
My mom was like, you were a fucking machine. Because I was addicted to RuneScape.
What's funny is I know a guy who, so when I was coaching, one of my other coaches, his sons were also addicted to video games. And what he would do is he had a rule that they would have to do a certain exercise every 30 minutes of them playing this video game.
Yes.
And they started playing video games when they were young. So by the time they got to high school, they were yoked. Like they were monsters and it just started out with like every 30 minutes you have to do 10 push-ups. And then by the time they were just like cranking out 10 push-ups, it like turned to like 25 push-ups, 100 push-ups to like you got to go run a mile or like whatever. And like they were animals because of that.
No, I think there's a good way you can use your kids' interests and passions to
Their addictions.
Yeah, level them up in other areas. I want to be the parent because, I have this conversation with my mom a lot. My mom I think it was more of, I don't ever want to say she made fun of me or
Bullied you.
not bullied me, but just tried to discourage me from pursuing making content when I was in high school. I don't want to call it discouraging. I want to call it she just didn't understand it and therefore wouldn't allow it to be a viable thing that in her mind is something that I should pursue.
Which at that time is kind of fair.
Exactly.
I get it.
But and now growing up with that and seeing where it's come, my mom is like, oh, like I still don't get it, but I get where you're going and what, and you know, and I talk to her all the time about, you know, it would have been cool if you'd been a little bit more, I don't know, supportive. Not even supportive, but just being like, okay, like if this is something he's really interested in, like how do we build on that, but also make sure that other things happen, right? So like if they had given me incentives, like I had to buy all of my equipment on my own, but it would have been cool if it was like, hey, you need this for your content creation, like do this on the side, and we'll help you. We'll help you. Here's like a camera we can get you, or here's a I want to be like that parent. But I can't really blame her because you're right. It was really weird for her to be like, oh,
yeah,
like you're making these videos. Why?
Yeah. Like,
oh, you're making money, but not a lot of money. How are you even making money? That doesn't even make any sense in my world.
It still doesn't even make sense how this works. And I have a full ass degree in marketing. So like, I get it. Yeah.
But also you don't.
Yeah. Oh, I get her.
Oh.
Yeah. No, I don't get this. I mean, I do to an extent.
Well, the podcast is more for fun.
Well,
but
the other stuff, like I get it, but I don't get it. But also I get it.
Yeah.
But I don't.
It's a new world, and
but I do.
I think it's almost terrifying to think that when we grow up and we have kids, that there are going to be things in this world that we don't understand, that like we're doing to our, like when my mom's like, I don't understand how Wi-Fi works.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's so dumb. Like, just understand it.
Well,
but then thinking that when we get older, there are going to be things that.
But do you understand how Wi-Fi works?
No.
That's what I'm saying. Because I was like, I don't understand how that works. I don't worry about it.
Sorry.
Though.
It's more that like my mom is like if I go to my mom gun to head, like what's the difference between Wi-Fi and data? Could not do it.
Yeah.
Versus
okay.
I know the difference. I don't know how it works.
Yeah. Don't know. Yeah.
But I know, I don't know how a lot of things work, but in terms of the nitty gritty, but I know generally how they work.
Okay.
And that's all I need to know.
That's all you need to know. And I feel like that's like the one disconnect that like maybe older generation has to like maybe a younger generation. Although I don't think, because I was going to be like, they didn't have the type of technology that we have, but also they had microwaves. I don't understand how that thing works either.
Yeah, I don't understand how that works.
Well, I just watched a video from Neil deGrasse Tyson on it. I have a lot of time on my hands, but if you're interested, if Sarby doesn't cut this, it shoots, a microwave shoots out a specific type of microwave that vibrates water molecules, and that's what heats up the food, and that's why your food gets hot, and like the plate and whatever is doesn't get hot because there's no water molecules on your plate, and the only reason your plate gets hot is because the food like heat transfers to the plate.
This just goes back to you being like, I have a very shallow knowledge of everything.
Yes, I'm a killer at trivia. Like, people will be like, how do you know that? I'm like, I don't know why I know that. I just do. Like, trust me, it's right. Put it on the sheet.
What is like the dumbest thing that you know?
The dumbest thing that
dumbest.
I know? Oh,
no reason for you to know it. Like, do you know the numbers of pi? Is there...
I mean, I know some of them, but like not enough to be impressive. I think the most like useless knowledge I have is about Groundhog's Day.
Yes, I forgot how passionate about this you are.
I fucking love Groundhog's Day. So, for you normies that don't know, Puxatawny Phil, who everyone just thinks he like gets up and sees a shadow or whatnot. No. He picks between two scrolls now.
Wait. Puxatawny Phil?
Puxatawny Phil. Puxatawny is the name of the city, and his nickname is Puxatawny Phil. But his...
Wait, there's like an actual groundhog?
Yeah, there's a physical groundhog. Oh, if you want to get into groundhog lore, I'm all about it. Like,
give us the TLDR.
Hold on. Let me
look.
Or
like the general overview.
So Puxatawny Phil's full name is Puxatawny Phil, Seer of Caesar. Puxatawny Phil, Seer of Seers, Sage of Sages, prognosticator of prognosticators and weather prophet extraordinaire. That's his full name.
That's a groundhog?
It's the groundhog. There are several groundhogs across the country because a lot of people, like a lot of places, will do their own groundhog
They're
festival.
appropriating
They're
the
kind of
groundhog
but like
culture.
But like Puxatawny Phil is like the groundhog, and he picks between two scrolls, and whichever scroll he selects, the head of the groundhog board, who is trained in groundhogese. I'm not making this up. It sounds like
wait. Groundhogese?
yeah, it's the language that the groundhog speaks. I'm not making this up. This is 100% fact. Look it up. This is why Groundhog's Day is unironically my favorite holiday. I get up every year and I watch the live stream. So the head guy of the board of groundhogs, I can't remember. They also have a funny name. He will read the scroll because he speaks groundhogese and he can interpret what Puxatawny Phil is predicting. Yeah. And every now and again, Phil gets political, like during World War II, because this has been going on for a long time.
World War II?
Yes, during World War II, he predicted. He said he wasn't able to see his shadow because of the war clouds that were looming. So every now and again, Pux gets fucking political. I'm not making any of this up. This is 100%
Wait, so
true.
but he doesn't write the scrolls.
The groundhog?
Yeah.
No, obviously not. He's a groundhog.
But then, like, how is he? I'm so confused. Like, is somebody writing on these scrolls?
Yeah, probably one of the.
Okay, so then they're just.
Yeah.
It's just one guy fucking around.
It's a lot of guys fucking around. Like like I've legitimately looked into like joining the board, and I like because like I don't know if they're like locals, and that's like the one thing that I think would get me because I would fly in for sure.
Where does this all take place?
Pennsylvania, Puxatawny, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And I can't believe this is going to be on the internet. It's one thing for me to have these opinions in front of my friends. It's a whole nother thing that other people are going to be able to be like, oh, this guy's would eat people and he's really into groundhogs.
Yeah, our cannibalism clips have been
Popping off a little bit more than I would
doing a little.
enjoy.
People
but
are like, "Yo."
what was that one comment? Like, oh, this is the type of dude you can't hang out with just by himself at his house.
New Jeffrey Dahmer? Question mark.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of look like the Jeffrey Dahmer. Just slap on some glasses. Wasn't he blue-eyed blonde?
Yeah. When that Dahmer documentary came out, which I didn't watch because I thought it was a little fucked up.
Well, are you talking about the one with who's the actor that everyone loves?
Oh.
That is an American Horror Story.
Evan Peters.
Yeah. Are you talking about that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they severely fucked over all the families.
Yeah.
The
people in the families were like, hey, please stop and don't make this because this was a very traumatic thing for my family. This was the edit I made when that came out.
That's great. You're going to send that to me right now because I'm going to have to put that in the podcast. Yeah, I mean, if you just grew your hair out a little bit and had some glasses, bro, you would be the next Dahmer.
Thank you? Question mark.
Oh, wait, here's an actual picture of him. Okay, he looks more manly than you.
I don't know how to take that.
That guy looks like he can actually talk to women.
No, he didn't talk to women. He talked to
I know.
guys.
I know. I said looks like.
He looks like he.
I didn't say he did.
Yeah. He talked to dudes and drilled holes in their skulls.
Yeah, dude. Shit's crazy.
It was horrible.
To be honest, I haven't done a ton of Dahmer research.
Oh, you ready for like another weird knowledge thing that I just know? Ed Gein, who is also a famous quote unquote serial killer, is actually not a serial killer. He only killed, and I don't want to say only as in like minimalizing it, but he only killed 2 people.
No, we get it. You sympathize with serial killers.
Not at all. He was a grave robber. And like, so he was the inspiration behind like a bunch of like famous horror movies like Leatherface and one other one.
Can't say I've seen any of those.
Yeah, but he was the inspiration behind it because he would grave rob and he would take people's bodies and he would like make lamps out of people's skin and stuff. Like, I think Buffalo Bill from
to be honest, bro, if somebody
not a serial killer
made like one of my friends was like, I want to make us, I'd be honored.
Out of you or just in
if I was dead already,
Okay.
Why not?
I'm
I'm on my deathbed. You come up to me. You're like, homie, I want to immortalize you forever. Can I take your skin and make it into a lamp? I'd be like, dude, fuck yeah.
And you
Do it.
wouldn't eat people? You're way more okay with that than eating a person burger?
Yeah.
Wrong.
Here's the thing.
Wrong.
No, not wrong.
Wrong.
I am already dead. That is utilizing. Utilizing.
So by that same logic, we should eat dead people because they're already dead? God, you're going to clip
No, I
this
didn't think
again
about
and
this.
all your viewers are going to be like, this is the cannibal.
Eating is where you go wrong. Turning, because then it's grotesque.
It's functional.
I would pick turning somebody into a lamp over eating them any day.
Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Which one comes first? A nice lamp or food?
Not the hierarchy of needs. Not the hierarchy of needs. Did you just pull out the hierarchy of needs?
Yeah, dude. You're goddamn right I did. Didn't we take philosophy together? I think he's a psychologist, but whatever.
You know, based off that argument, I think you're right.
I know. That's another dub.
But I'm talking societal norms. If you're gonna go, if you put 100 people in a room and you're like, which one's grosser, eating the human or turning them into a lamp? The lamp
Is
Or,
grosser.
excuse me, No. The
Oh,
eating,
100% the
eating
lamp.
is grosser because that involves flesh coming off and going into another human. And
How do you think you're going to make a lamp
digested.
out of a person? Are you just going to shove a fucking light bulb up their ass and
Who
just turn it on?
knows? Who knows?
Because if you're turning
How
them into
sick would that be?
if you're turning them into a lamp,
Put me
you
on
are
top of-
you're skinning them. If you have to turn them into a lamp, that seems worse.
Put me on top of a fucking light pole, brother.
Put you on the top of a Christmas tree?
Turn me into the Christmas tree star. I don't give a fuck. I'd be a hot star. Okay, no, mine was more into the digestion of human flesh. That's wrong.
I don't disagree with that statement.
The digestion of human flesh, way worse than turning the flesh into a lamp.
I feel like if I walked into someone's house and they were like,
This is Sarby.
they were like, why does your lamp look like that? Oh, it's my friend. That is such a weirder conversation than like, oh yeah, I have burgers and they are made from a
Okay, but
person.
I'm also thinking anyone who actually
They're
severely...
both. Can we?
Anyone
let's-
who
okay,
actually...
Can we?
Wait.
They're both wrong. Let's get that out there.
How is it wrong? Is it illegal to make a lamp out of your friend with their consent?
Probably.
It was consensual.
Well, I think it would be because, like, I think it's still illegal to eat people even if consent is given. I think because that's what they talked about in that article we read last week.
Yeah, but is it illegal to make someone into a lamp with their consent?
My whole point on
Hey Siri,
my whole
is
point.
it illegal to turn someone into a lamp with their consent? That might not have been the best way to ask that. Oh,
You're gonna get put
okay,
on the
Siri.
list.
Fuck you. Hey Siri, is it illegal to use someone's skin to make a lamp with their consent? All right, well,
Okay, so my
that
whole
didn't help me.
originally
Fuck you, Siri.
my whole point of bringing up Ed Gein was the shit that he did was so grotesque. People are like, we don't care that he's not a serial killer. He is because he made flesh lamps and also a nipple belt.
Dude, how hard would a nipple belt go, though?
Not hard enough. I think it's in a museum. I think you can go see the nipple belt somewhere.
Like the actual nipple
Yes,
belt?
the actual nipple
like
belt.
with the nipples?
yes.
No fucking way they put
I'm-
that in a museum.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna.
That's
if I can.
disgusting.
Yeah,
But here's
it's
what
so.
I'm saying. If somebody got the permission, the consent, written form, legal document signed, is that weird? Or is that illegal?
Are you prepared to see the nipple belt?
Yeah, I'm
I wasn't
prepared.
listening to anything you just said because I was
you.
looking up nipple belt, and then I saw the photo.
All right,
and
let me see the nipple.
it's not pleasant to look at. Yeah.
That's crazy. I'm not gonna put that in the podcast.
Yeah,
If you want to look that up, just look up nipple belt.
Yeah, that's all I Googled.
I like. Why did he make that? It's not like he could wear it in person.
Yeah, I don't think he was all there, obviously.
Like,
'Cause he murdered people.
Even if someone just put my nipples on like a lampshade in their house, I'd be honored. I'm thinking like if Zemi came up to me and he was like, "Dude, like I'm dying. I'm like about to pass away from polio. I don't fucking know."
Hey, polio is a real threat to some of us here.
Oh yeah, yo, we haven't even gotten into that. Yo, homeboy is not. Oh, sorry, one of our cameras died. But Jacob,
Yeah, sup?
is unvaxxed, not COVID.
Oh yeah, I have all the COVID vax.
His mom didn't believe in vaccines.
Before it was cool. So
I don't think it's cool, Jacob.
what was really not cool is when I went to the doctor when I was old enough to like get vaccines on my own, and I was like, "Hey, I don't have all these. Can I get them?" And they said no, because you have to get vaccines within like a certain point in your life, otherwise, like it does nothing. So they were like, "Yeah, it would do nothing for you at this point." And I was like, "All right, tight,
Little
cool."
polio boy.
Yeah, so I could get polio, because I'm pretty sure that's one of the ones.
All
I
right,
don't
so
have.
you're on your deathbed and
With polio.
With polio,
I'm
I come up
crutching
to
around.
you and I'm like, Jacob, you've been such a great friend to me. You have been my anchor. Whenever someone calls me short, I just think to myself, I am still taller than Jacob.
That's true.
I want to remember that because that has given me so much.
Finish that thought.
I've gotten so hard every single every
me
single
so-
time. When I think of you being half an inch shorter than me, bro, full
Mast. Full mast.
If I'm ever pushing rope with a girl, all I have to think about is being half an inch taller than you.
Yeah.
And
You're like, he would be having such a harder time than I would.
we're pushing
From his short ass.
we're pushing iron.
Yeah, goddamn.
No more pushing rope, pushing iron.
iron.
And I come up to you on your deathbed with polio because you're unvaccinated. And I say, Jacob, I want to put your nipples on a lamp to remember you by. I know there are plenty of ways to remember you by, but this is the one. I just really love your nipples.
What would I say?
Would you at least, even if you said no, would you not at least be like, aw, he wanted to put my nipples on a lamp?
No, I think I'd be like, that's a weird thing to say. But
Weirder than me being like, Jacob, you're about to die. Can I eat your calf?
no, I think I would be 100% more down with that. I'd be like, dude, that sounds fucking hilarious. Make a video on it. Have fun.
Only if you promise to turn it into
Content. Yeah. Go viral. Go viral for me.
go viral eating my calf.
Yeah. But no, like if you're going to do anything with my body, I don't think I would want to be turned into a lamp.
Oh, I'll do something to your body.
Dude.
The next part of this question, necrophilia.
I was going to say turn me into a statue. Like, dude.
Ooh.
Yeah, dude.
See, okay, what if I wanted to do that? What if I wanted to like, figure out a way to preserve your body and pose it? What would be your choice pose as a
Easy. Statue of David. I've already got the small pee-pee and everything.
How crazy would that be? You walk into someone's house, you just met them, and there's this
First
statue.
date. First date that went well.
First date. First
And
date.
there's me.
She's like, wow, I think he really could be the one. He's just so sweet and so nice, and he's just such a gentleman. I think I'm gonna marry. Like, I could see myself
like a
I could
future
see
with
a
this guy.
future, and then you walk into the house, and there's just this fucking naked guy. What's the statue of David do?
I don't. He's just like standing.
Hold on, let me see. I want to hit this. I want to hit this for the video viewers. I want to hit it harder than your
I
dad.
think he's got his like hand on it.
Could go a couple ways.
Hit me.
Dude, homeboy's like posted up.
Yeah.
He's like standing, like looking over his shoulder with his like.
Yeah, he's got his hand
holding
up.
the sling.
But yeah, his hand. Okay, so he's not touching his chin.
But he's full frontal nude. He does have a small dick, man. That's kind of tough.
It was like
Imagine taking out a Goliath or whatever, taking out Goliath, David and Goliath.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, imagine taking out some dude and this is your cock.
oh fuck! I never put it together that might be the same David. Is that the David from David and Goliath?
Yeah, man, that's the whole point. I think he's holding the sling, or the thing that he used to take it.
I learned something
Maybe I'm
today.
wrong. Hold on.
Holy shit! No, like that makes sense.
Statue of David lore.
Yeah, dude, no way.
Yeah. It's
Shut the fuck up. That's
He
cool.
took down- David is depicted before his battle with Goliath.
That's sick as shit. I just thought it was like a statue and a guy named David. Kind of like how the Mona Lisa is just like some girl named
Mona Lisa.
yeah, and it's just cool. That's
How
crazy.
overrated is Mona Lisa?
Very. It's not big.
And it's dumb.
I wouldn't say it's dumb. It is like a very
It's just a portrait.
yeah, but it's a very detailed portrait. Also, I know nothing about art, so like if for some reason someone listening here is like very versed in art, I'm gonna sound like a moron more so than I already.
But isn't
do.
that all art is?
It's
just-
objective.
It's all a bunch of people being like, yeah, this is great, and then eventually people are like, we should probably preserve this.
Yeah,
That's why I'm like, if I were an artist, my number one goal would be reach out to like every rich person, find someone who's somewhat interested in it, and be like, hey, I will like pretty much give this to you if you endorse this and be like, this painting is sick, and I can like show it. Because then you'd be like, oh yeah, this rich CEO has my painting. My paintings are worth $20,000 a pop.
yeah. You always hear like the best thing an artist can do to sell their paintings is die, because then there's a story behind it.
True.
Like, oh, this artist passed away doing this, and like this, and now you can have it in your house, and that's a whole thing.
You know who else almost died?
Who else almost died?
This guy.
Me last week.
This guy.
Also that.
This guy who almost strangled his dick off with metal rings.
Almost strangled his dick off.
Unconscious man rescued with 9 rings, strangling penis and scrotum.
I have a lot of questions.
I probably don't have a lot of answers.
Okay.
An Australian man had to be hospitalized
Classic
after
Australian.
passing out with 9 metal bands constricting his scrotum following a botched attempt to improve his performance in the boudoir.
The what?
Boudoir. I think that just means in the bedroom. Fancy way.
Okay. I'm not fancy.
The 44-year-old patient was rushed to the emergency room with 9 heavy-duty industrial stainless steel rings stuck around the base of the penis and the scrotum.
Oh.
So
You know what I'm thinking of?
it went
All the way over and around. It got the Franks and beans. And you know what all I can think of is like those women in Africa.
Sorry, one more thing, just before you get into this. Stuck around the base of the penis and scrotum for a whopping 12 hours.
Fuck you. No. Ow. 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 Oh, I feel like at a certain point it would stop feeling like pain.
It would just, well, yeah. Anyways, what were you going to say?
Do you know like those like African tribes in somewhere
Africa?
in Africa? Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say. And I was like, that's gonna sound dumb. But yeah, there's a tribe in Africa where
Don't
like
they put it on their necks?
yeah, the necks, and it like supposed to like make their necks longer, but I think it actually just like compresses their chest. Anyway, that's all I can think of like picturing this, but except pee instead.
The unfortunate soul, who was reportedly intoxicated at the time,
Oh yeah, you can't do that sober.
had reportedly utilized his bizarre betting bands in a half-baked attempt to maintain an erection during sexual intercourse. So he did this to keep his boner?
Mm-hmm. He was busting too quick, so he was like, if I put myself in pain, maybe.
I don't know. Is that supposed to...
make you last longer?
Bro, just put on a condom like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Or put that like cream underneath your dick. The Roman swipes.
Yeah. The stuff that's like kind of like numbs you out a little bit. Yeah.
Have you ever done that, by the way?
No.
I have.
How was it?
Honestly, just lost my erection. Literally could not feel anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was like, yeah, this ain't it. Have you ever used those like condoms for like premature ejaculation? I like tried one time. It's pretty much just a condom with like numbing cream in it.
Oh, okay.
Because I was like,
never been a problem for me.
I've never prematurely ejaculated. Definitely
Because of these.
but I've definitely experienced a time when I like lasted 30 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh,
like
same.
one time,
Oh, absolutely
I
same.
was like, I just want to try this out. It was like, I think they provided them in one of those like variety packs. And so I put one on and my whole dick could not feel it.
Felt like.
No, didn't feel like anything. Literally was like, holy fuck, I could cut my dick off right now. Probably not feel it.
Oh, that's crazy. Ugh.
Erection,
No,
gone.
just gone.
Non-existent.
At that point, what's the point for you?
Exactly.
I get.
At that point, I was like, all right, just had to train myself not to.
Yeah, just simply don't.
just
That's how I'm built different.
Just gaslight yourself into lasting longer.
Yeah. Which I'm not saying I last forever.
This is a whole conversation for later. He reportedly passed out following the hanky-panky session, after which he awoke 3 hours later in quote-unquote significant pain.
Oh, I have more questions now.
I probably don't have answers for you.
Okay, so they said he woke up after the hanky-panky session. Hated saying that. Was the girl there still?
Probably.
Was she
Or guy.
or guy? Was the other person still there?
I don't know.
Were they the one that called, or was
Well,
he the
okay, so following his failed game of ring toss, that's a crazy line.
fucking brutal? Was that in the thing?
Dude, this article low-key rips him. Just wait. So following his failed game of ring toss, the sexperimenter reported the hospital in distress and agony. A subsequent examination revealed that his groin was swollen, tender, and bruised, whereupon doctors administered the patient intravenous anesthetics to alleviate his pain from his affliction. Surgeons then attempted to remove the industrial strength rings,
Oh my god.
which measured about 0.4 inches in diameter.
0.4? No. He got his Franken beans over it.
So
How?
either they were that small,
No way. Like no way.
or
seal.
or. That's our thing.
I know.
That's crazy. 0.4 inches is like this.
Is not big in
It's
diameter.
not.
In diameter, not
It's not.
not radius. Diameter.
So they did blur out everything, but they do have a picture of it. I can't put it on the podcast, but or I actually probably could put that on the podcast.
You probably could. It's blurred
Yeah.
out. It's a news article, but it's a. Those are no fucking way. I think they're doing my man dirty and put a decimal place in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
because like no.
I mean, that
Freaking
girth
way.
on 0.4,
Yeah. No.
like that's a suck my own dick, but there's no way that would happen
No.
for me.
No.
Absolutely
No.
not.
I think I've just been saying no for the last minute because my brain is just stuck in a loop because I cannot comprehend.
Well,
This.
so they tried a bunch of things. Like they tried to put on Vaseline, cold packs to reduce the swelling, like a bunch of other things. And then eventually they had to call the local fire department, who arrived shortly after and cut the rings off with an industrial grade circular saw. Can you imagine getting that call? The firefighters are like, yeah, what's up? And they're like, hey, we need you to cut these rings off of a guy's dick.
I'm also so concerned for my man's because if he is really working with meat that fits in that small of a circle, an industrial saw could do significant percentages of damage.
Well, they go into a bunch of stuff about how they did things to mitigate the risk of all of it, and it turned out fine. Like no injuries. Like they made sure that it was all safe. Like he came out okay. The only thing that they said was they found out that his urethra was irritated and swollen, which was his fault, not anybody else's, and so they had to put him on a catheter for a week.
Ugh, owie.
The icing on the cake of this article. Meanwhile, the patient somewhat ironically, experienced minor erectile dysfunction following the saga.
So they interviewed him.
No, so the whole reason he did this was because he was like, I need to keep it up.
Keep it up. And now he's going to have a way harder time.
Now he's got dick issues.
Oh my God. So this brings up the question.
He's got dick shoes.
Dick shoes. Nah.
No, that didn't,
didn't work. Didn't work.
It sounds cool, but what were you going to say?
I was going to say, so this brings up a question. What do you do to last longer? Uh-oh.
I don't. Because
I simply don't. I finished
Because-
first. I finished first. I got to let her know who's number one.
No.
Yup.
No. I make her finish before I even
Okay.
get in there.
Get
the
all
thing.
up in
Here's
there.
the thing, bro. If you're first off, eating girls out, awesome. Love it. 10 out of 10. Best shit in the world. Dudes that don't like it, pussies.
Cowards.
Cowards.
Good word. Good use of the word coward.
My philosophy.
Tell me about your
Get
philosophy.
down there.
Get down on it.
Make it happen for her. Because then it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Then, dude, you could last 5 minutes. You could last 5 seconds. Either way, she can't complain. She got there. You did.
She got to the mountaintop.
She
She's
got
already
to
there.
the mountaintop. Now it's your turn, brother.
Okay, fair.
Doesn't matter
fair.
if you sprint up the mountaintop or take your fucking sweet time.
take the ski lift up.
You could take the ski lift, or you could take the rocket ship.
Yeah, fair. That's a fair spot. Have you?
If I wait, hold on. Just really
Okay,
quick.
we can keep
If I
expanding on
do
this.
need to like last a little bit longer, putting a girl on top, I don't know why, but I can control it a little bit better if
If she's on top,
yeah. I don't think that's
I feel like you're doing it wrong. Show.
so you.
Send me some highlights. Yeah. Help! I need a drink after that.
If you're an audio listener, you just fucking missed out on a special moment.
I wonder what my face is gonna be like in that, because I was like, oh, I know what he's doing, and then I was like, how much is he gonna commit to this bit? And you committed.
100%.
You fucking came all the way on, brother. I didn't like that. I could have used better words. Audio listeners, you're gonna be very confused.
Hell yeah, I came on, brother.
Jesus Christ. That's
No,
on me.
wait,
That's on
wait,
me. That's on me.
That is on
That's
you.
on me.
What do you mean, like, I'm doing it wrong?
If you can control more when you're on bottom, is she moving your hips when you're on top?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
I think for me, doing the work is what helps me
Oh.
get there faster.
Okay. Okay. I can
I don't
see
know
that.
if that makes sense.
I can see that. I think the sensation is what gets me there, not the voice. So
Well, the sensation helps, but it's
it definitely helps.
I don't even really know how to put it because I don't think I really understand it either. It's more of like I'm about to nut. Hey, you want to get on top real quick?
Yeah.
If I'm trying to outlast it.
Yeah.
I think for me, most of it is up here.
Yeah.
I'm also a big rounds guy.
What big what?
Rounds, like
Oh,
multiple rounds.
Dude, I've never understood rounds.
What?
I wish I was that type of person.
Dude.
But like after I'm done, like it would take me a long time before like I would be up and ready to go again.
The saddest part about, not really even sad, but saddest thing that I've just from being a rounds person, because like, that's me. I'm like, yo, round 1 might be quick off the draw.
Yeah.
Round 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's ungodly to me.
Dude,
That's ungodly.
I've gotten to 9 before.
Jesus Christ. Were you just blowing air at that point?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Pushing rope Like not even like
That doesn't even sound enjoyable at that point.
when that was when I was 20, 21 maybe. When you have that much libido, for a fancy word,
Good word.
I was ready to fuck
Spell
all the
it.
time. I can't do that. That's like the sad part is like I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Max 4 if you're lucky.
I hope I'm lucky. Turn off the cameras.
And this is where we move to OnlyFans.
Yeah. OnlyFans plug.
Yeah. What was the question you asked me? Something about, what do you do to last longer? Think of your grandma?
No, but I do distract myself. I'll like look at objects in the room and I'll like start counting shit.
Okay. So how many pencils are there? 1.
I'll like count like if I can
2,
see bricks, I'll count bricks
3.
on the wall. Yeah.
That's so funny.
It just
man.
takes my brain out of it.
I don't know. The thing that I've learned is
I've also watched like the Avengers, like while that and then like that. Took me out of it
one
enough.
time,
like if you have a TV on, I'll just start watching the TV.
one time, doggy style, girl
Yeah.
couldn't
Yeah.
see where I was looking.
Yeah.
We had Scooby Doo playing in the
Yeah.
background. I was very into that Scooby Doo, and I was
Which-
also like, "Holy fuck, we're going ham right now."
The movie or the show?
Cartoon,
Nice. Nice.
but also the live action movies.
Slaps.
Oh, that gets my dick hard.
So maybe you shouldn't watch that one.
You know what I mean? In my experience, most girls do not care
On what? That you're watching TV?
if you nut a little quicker.
Oh, yeah.
If you're quick off the draw.
Yeah.
Most of them don't even want you to like last.
Super long.
I feel like most like mature, sexually experienced girls are just like 6 minutes.
Yeah.
That's like, as long as I get my nut, you get your nut, 6 minutes. Anything more, inefficient. Anything less, not enough.
Yeah, you hear those people that are like, yeah, we had sex for like 30 minutes. It's like, were you doing something very wrong?
How are you feeling? You like neither of you were feeling great. Most of the time, the girls are like, "Will you get this fucking over with?"
Yeah. That we cut it, but that's what I was talking about earlier, where I'd be like, oh, this is uncomfortable to listen to. Anyway, you guys aren't gonna know what I'm talking about, but it's fine.
I'll probably cut this too.
Good. Cut me more. Cut me, daddy.
I still see the shadows in my room. Maybe I won't cut it then. Just for that moment that we just had.
Oh, I can't wait for that to be.
Oh shit, man! I think this
Can't wait
podcast.
for that to outlive me.
I wanted this podcast to be a little bit shorter, so I think we should wrap it up here.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Did you want to talk about any college stories?
I think we just got to get people itching for you to come back on.
Okay.
Yeah,
If
for
there's
sure.
a demand.
Guys, thanks for listening to this episode of The Last Drop. Make sure to subscribe, do all the things that help us, leave a review, share this with a friend. If you want another episode, Jacob and I shot a first drop podcast episode for our Patreon. It's $3 a month. You get 4 extra episodes a week. And on top of that, we already have like 11 episodes up on there. 12, actually, by the time you guys see this. So appreciate y'all. See you guys next week.
Bye.